Okay. Percent of increase or decrease. The thing you need to remember about finding the percent of increase or decrease is kind of in the opposite of what we're looking for when we go shopping. Scott, I gave you that shoe example you might remember. And to bring up the picture real quick, I think I'm a little behind on time. Let me just remind you, it was a $60 pair of shoes, marked down to $25, and it said that it was 50% off. You remember that picture? And we said, wait a minute, that's not 50% off, that's more than 50% off, because if it was 50% off, you'd be paying $30. So one thing we did was we found, okay, what 50% off would be, 30, we knew that. The other part then is if 50% is wrong, well, how are we going to find the right percentage off? And that's this problem here, finding the percent of increase or decrease. And it's a very simple way to find the percent of increase or decrease. And we kind of think of it as the range. You take the higher price and you subtract the lower price. And maybe range reminds you of a data set, the high minus the low. That tells you the amount of money you save, and then you divide by the original price. So no matter if the price went up or down, we do the problem the same way. Okay? Percent of increase when an item goes up in price, percent of decrease when the item goes down in price. Well, let's look at the first example. If you did not know, what year were you born? 2000. Oh, wow.
2001.
All right.
2004.
Around the time you were born, then, let's say, the price of milk was $1.80. A few years ago in 2010, the price of milk was $3. The price has gone up.
It's like $4 now, isn't it?
It's about $3.60 now. Depends on the week. Like gas, it kind of changes a little bit.
Milk market.
However, the percent of increase can be found by doing the high price, which is the high price, $3, minus the low price, which is $1.80. So how much has the milk price changed? What is 3 minus $1.80? Right? That's $1.20. So price has gone up $1.20 in 10 years. We haven't done a percent yet because we have not divided by the original price yet. And once we divide by the original price, think of origin. Like, where did you come from? Where are your ancestors from? Origin is, where did the price start? Did it start at 3 or did it start at $1.80?
3. Wait, $1.80.
It started here. In our example, it started at $1.80 and then it went up. So what's the number we're going to divide by? We're dividing by $1.80. Okay, so we can change this to a percent. The amount it went up divided by the amount it started. You get it already, Tyler?
No, is that a subtracting side? Subtract?
Yep, because it's minus.
Wait. Oh yeah, no.
I just didn't put the zeros at my 3. Kira?
0.66.
Kira, is 6, is that rational or irrational? Ooh. Oh, good idea. If it's repeating, repeating decimals are rational because we can write it as a ratio. Good. What percent did the milk go up then?
66.
Nope.
67.
We have to round. The increase is 67%. So I think our answer should say that. It was a 67% increase in milk. Now as gas prices go up, you can imagine it costs more to transport milk from the farm to the store. As gas prices would go up, it costs more to send clothes from the manufacturer to the distributor to the store. So that's why we've seen an increase in a lot of prices. If gas is going up, so are many of the prices. Plus it costs more to pay people to work for those companies, and that all comes from the price of items. Yes.
So there was a cap on milk of how far you can get.
There is a cap on, yep. But I think we haven't hit the cap yet because price is still going up.
Wait.
Abby?
When I was 0.666 was an example for the other side.
That's right, that was the exact example for repeating. Okay, let's try the second one. Housing prices, however, you may remember have dropped with the recession. The percent of the average cost of a house we could find the same way. What's the high price of the homes? What is it, Ryan?
125,000.
Good. What's the low price?
106,250.
Good, so let's subtract those. And what's the change? How much did the average price drop, Tyler? Oh, you're worth 125,000 minus 106,250. I mean, I could estimate it's around 20,000, but what's the exact number? Ryan?
18,750.
18,750. Very good. We need to divide by the original price. Okay, which is the original? Where did it start, Tyler? Yeah, it started at, our data started at in 2006 at 125,000. So we're going to take the change in price, the 18,750, and we're going to divide by 125,000. I don't know, maybe you're surprised on how nice this works out. What'd you get when you divide them? Madison? Madison, is that rational or irrational? It's rational. It terminates. What's the shortcut? What's the only irrational number we've talked about? Well, pi. Right, so if it's not pi, then it's probably rational. It ends in this example. And what is our percent? 1/1500 would be a 15% decrease. All right. The last example was on the achievement test. So take a moment and let's see if you now know how to find the percent of increase or decrease with Jason buying his CD. The high minus the low,
Oh, yeah.
and divide by the original. Why are we sharing calculators? Whose is missing or too lazy to look at their own? Okay, go get it. Good job, Scott. Austin, when are you going to start the problem I asked you to work on? If you follow these steps, I think we're golden. What's the high price? High price? Tyler?
$16.
What's the low price?
12.
12. So it changed by $4. That's not 4%, because we didn't do the other step yet. You know, percent is a division problem. So we have to divide by the original price. And which is the original?
$16.
$16, and you would get, I think, a decimal, 2,500. So what's our percent?
25%.
25%. Very good. So let's finish with that shoe example. We talked about how it was a $60 pair of shoes, and it was on sale for $25. And the store claimed that was 50% off. Now we could tell it wasn't. So what was it? Well, now you know. 60, high price, minus the 25, the low price. So the price went down $35. What was the original price?
60.
It was 60. So we know it wasn't 50% off. Well, what was it? What should it have been? James?
I thought it had an extra.
I know it's less than 1, so I can comfortably start with a 0.
It's like
What's the decimal?
0.58.
So is it rational or irrational? Nope. It's repeating. It's rational. The only number that's irrational? Pi. So what percent should that sign have said? What should the sign have said? Nope.
oh, 58%.
It should have, if we round correctly, it should say 58% off. Okay? We have a test tomorrow that covers 2 chapters. All of chapter 7, and we have a very short part of chapter 9 to go with it. So, tonight, I would make sure I looked at my practice quizzes. There are 4 of them. 7A1, A2, 7B, and 9B. Those are your resources. You know what the test looks like if you have all 4 of those papers.